Well, hi friends, welcome back. It is so good to see you. I hope that you're doing well. A sunny, beautiful day here in East Tennessee, so I thought let's just go ahead and open up a vlog and see what we can get into. I do know that I want to focus on some organizing and some decluttering in different areas. I do have a newborn, so we're gonna have to just piece it together as I can. I did want to open up this video of us trying out these protein bagels that I have been seeing people make. I'm always late to the game on anything, so these could have been out for a long time. I don't know, but I'm just now discovering them, so we're gonna try them. But they're protein bagels, and you can make them with either yogurt or you can make them with cottage cheese. I'm making them with cottage cheese because that's what I have. So let's just go ahead and make those and see if they are all the hype that people say that they are. So to make these bagels, first of all, we are going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees. And then next, we're going to measure out 1 cup of cottage cheese. On the recipe that I seen on Pinterest, it did recommend getting a low-fat cottage cheese, that it would be an even better option for you. But this is what my local grocery store had, and so that's what I picked up. And I went ahead and I blended it until we got it to a creamy consistency, but I did see 2 different recipes. One said that you had to blend it and one said that you did not, because you could, mash it into the flour with your hand and it would become a creamy texture anyway. But I wanted to do it the right way to make sure that, I gave it the best chance that I could. So I did go ahead and just blend them out. Then you measure out 2 cups of self-rising flour. We use White Lily here in the South. That's our #1 brand that we tend to gravitate towards. So then you're going to mix your cottage cheese in with your flour. And so to my surprise, it was actually a really thick consistency. But after you get that in, now you can take your whisk and you can, whisk it together if you want to. That did nothing for me. Your best bet is just to go in with your hands. Also, you do 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then one recipe said 1 teaspoon of salt, and one recipe said no salt. So, I think those little factors, they wouldn't make that big of a difference anyways. But anyways, so you just mix it up until you get it to this consistency, and you get your dough that way. And then you'll put it on a baking sheet with parchment paper, and you will need an egg wash. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up and to get that ready. And then we start forming our bagels. Now, I've definitely never formed a bagel before, so I just did the best that I could on this, and I think maybe I would have flattened them out just a little bit more possibly, but I don't know. This recipe, it is supposed to make 8 bagels, so I just made them the size that makes 8 bagels. So they look a little bit smaller than what I have seen other people make with them, so I don't know. And the other thing with the flour, I couldn't even think of the name. The other thing with the flour is you can do an unbleached flour as well, but like I said, that's the brand that we always use, so I'm not really worried about it. And then you just use a generous amount of the egg wash on all of these bagels, and there's many different kinds of bagel seasoning. There's one from Trader Joe's that is really popular that most people use. But the one that I ended up going with is just the Walmart brand. I think it was $1.97. And this was harder to find than I thought. But essentially, the everything bagel seasoning is onion and garlic and salt. So if you're not into that, then you won't like that seasoning. So I thought that I would give it a go. Anyways, I've seen people put cheese on them as well. So then we're going to cook these for a little bit and then we'll give them a try. So it makes 8 bagels, and I used 2 eggs for the whitewash, which I should have just used 1 egg. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up this egg. I'm cut the bagel in half and put you know, like bacon, egg, and cheese, make it like a sandwich. But in this case, I'm going to do cheese and egg. Or you can just eat it with just cream cheese. My sweet baby is bouncing on his bouncer. He is so sweet. Hi, honey. Okay, here they are after 20 minutes on 375. And they are definitely done. So let's just go ahead and try one. Put them on my cooling rack. Ooh, about threw them on the floor. So let's go ahead and try one. I'm gonna try it plain without anything to begin with. I mean, it's literally a biscuit. It's really just a biscuit. So this is really supposed to be a healthier option for me because I used cottage cheese or yogurt is the other option, and it just makes it really high protein. Then it's fine. It's exactly what I expected. I mean, it's nothing to rave home about, but I mean, I think it's decent. It's edible. I'll eat it and it won't get wasted, but it's not anything I would say, oh, you have to try it, because it's amazing. It's okay. Well, hello friends. We have actually already had a very full day. Baby Moore is sitting here in his bouncer in front of me looking at me smiling. He's so sweet. But he had a procedure done this morning at Children's Hospital, so David took off from work and he drove us there. We had that done and we come back and I laid down and I took a nap, and literally what I have on, I'm just waking up from that nap. I don't know how he's going to be feeling over the next few days. He could be quite fussy or possibly sore, so I took advantage of that nap time just in case I am going to be up all night. I did just check the mail and I had a package come, so thought we would open it together. I wear biker shorts underneath my dresses, and then also my shorts as well. I cannot stand for my thighs to touch or to rub together. Even at my smallest weight, I cannot stand for my thighs to touch. It's a thing. So I got the large, extra large, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, these things better stretch out because that looks awful small and that is not going to fit me. These are super cheap because it was like the first ones that popped up when I put in biker shorts. The material is butter soft. It's super comfortable. So I may like these. We'll just have to try them and see. But they look like they're going to be short. I wanted some that are going to be a little bit longer. Maybe I should measure this inseam and then go back and look and see if I can't find some longer ones. But I will keep these for now. We'll see how they are. But I'm definitely on the hunt for a good pair of biker shorts for the summer for walking and stuff. And I don't want them to be too tight because let me ask you this. On your belly where your stretch marks are from your baby, does that soreness go away? Because right now, anything touching my stomach, it's very sensitive and sore, and it's just very uncomfortable. So that looks like it's gonna rub my stomach. I'm not sure. But anyways, let me get my sweetheart situated and then let's go ahead and start doing some organizing. So this is actually the next day, and we are approaching midnight, and I have all of this laundry that I need to put up, but I can't because the drawer's full. So on the other side of this door, David is snoring so loudly, enjoying himself, you know, just bragging about how good of a sleep that he's having. But anyways, Baby Moore had a really good nap during the day, and so he's wide awake. Here he is in his little nightgown. We're jamming out to some music and just hanging out together. So I'm just going to try to get some things done while him and I hang out. But we should actually start a series called like After dark chronicles or festivities, you know, because that's when I tend to be the most productive these days, is when everybody has gone to bed and is sleeping. That's when I get the most stuff done. But anyways, it was time to restock the diapers. I bought one more box of newborn, and we are slowly coming to the end of the newborn stage. Actually, as of today that I'm doing this voiceover on Tuesday, baby Moore is officially 2 months old. I just did a load of his laundry, and bless his little heart, he already has another basket full. But I wanted to share these wipes with you. They're so thick and good and so affordable. You get 704 of them in a box on Amazon, I think for like $16. Now, I know a lot of people are a lot more particular when it comes to wipes and products that they use on their babies, and that's fine because every mom, you know, just wants what's best for their babies. But for me, I feel like a wipe doesn't even really clean the baby's bottom that well to begin with. So most of the time I'm using a wash rag to get him a little bit extra clean. But to me, these wipes, they work great, and they're very affordable. Trust me, there's some woman somewhere out there who is wiping their baby's hind end with a leaf, and they're doing just fine. Wipes are not an essential thing for life. So, I mean, they work really good, and baby hasn't had any sort of reaction to them. So we love those wipes, and we would recommend them. But I also wanted to share these little nightgowns with you. We have some that are different brands, but Simple Joys is a brand that we use for sleep sacks, and we've been using their nightgowns as well on Amazon. I'll link all of this for you if you want to check it out. But we love these little nightgowns, you know, because there's no buttons, there's no zippers, and underneath his little sleep sack, he sleeps very well with that little combination. So here we go. Let's move on to this drawer. This drawer gets so unorganized so quickly because, you know, when you're in the middle of changing baby's diaper or whatever in the middle of the night, I don't put things back the way that I should. But it is currently time to pull out the newborn things because he is officially too long and his little belly is a little bit too big and they're a little bit too snug on him. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling those out, and then we will see what's left and just get that organized. At baby's doctor's appointment, he weighed 10 pounds and 15 ounces, so he is a growing boy, and I'm so proud of him. He is just developing more and more every time I turn around. Like, he is unclenching his fist, and he's exploring more with his hands, and he's grabbing things, and he is like following me more with his eyes now, and just different things. But his little procedure, it did go well. He has been quite fussy and, you know, sore, and it's just absolutely broken my heart. But it was necessary, and so he has been taking infant's Tylenol every 4 hours. So I have been faithful to stay on top of that. And you know, he just wants to be held a little bit more right now, which I have no problem with. And I think that to counteract the pain or whatever he's feeling, he's drinking more milk. Like every time we turn around, that boy, he's hungry, you know. So you just have to figure out, you know, you don't want to overfeed him, but you want him to have all of the milk that he desires and wants to have. So anyways, there's been times where I have been up all night, and last night was actually one of those. I think I may have slept an hour or 2 hours here or there, but you know what? I would sit up all night long with that boy if it meant that he was going to be okay, and if there was anything at all that I could do for him. You know, sometimes I just look at him and I just absolutely can't believe it that I get to love him, and it would just bring me to tears to see his little face. But this is what we have left, and that's all the newborn things. And so I'm going to just go ahead and put them into a box. But just this organizing will help me to stay on top of things, to put them away a whole lot better. But I gave baby a bottle. And after this, he was finally sleepy enough and was ready to go to bed. I fought the urge to make a pancake at 12:30 at night. I lost that battle, so I ate my pancake and I went to bed. Well, Good afternoon. Look at my hair blowing. I've got the air conditioner on full blast because it's 86 degrees right now. It's pretty hot here today. But we've already had a full morning because taking care of Arthur, just, you know, changing him and feeding him and just taking care of all his needs, it's very consuming and it's hard to get anything done. But I did manage to eat something and to shower and get myself together, so we're doing pretty good. David is up working on our property. He's supposed to be home sometime around noon because we're gonna have a family day today. I guess we're gonna go get something to eat and then go pick up some groceries. I sat up late working on my grocery list and meal plan for the week, so I do already have that taken care of, so thank God for that. But we're headed out to a yard sale right now. It's just right down the road. I am in the market for a treadmill, and I seen that they had a treadmill for sale. I'm always in the market for like really nice camp chairs. Usually people don't have those for sale, but I seen that they had some camping gear, so we'll look and see. I'm in the market for, of course, clothes, shirts, dresses, anything that would fit me currently. And I don't know, we'll just go and see what they have since it's just right down the road, and this is the last day for it, so why not? It's such a gorgeous day. Everybody has got their yards mowed. Summer is here, even though I don't know how much time we'll be spending at the river with a newborn, but you know, we'll still be able to get out and to enjoy some of this, I hope. David seen us at the yard sale and he stopped there for a minute, but everything was half off, and I just got this beach towel. So it was $1.50. Always need a beach towel. And then this is a score because we needed some of these for our diaper pail, and she wanted 25 cents each for those, half off. And then the last thing, David seen this and he thought it was pretty cool, $1. And what it is just, it's wooden coasters. So anyways, that's what we got at the yard sale. I love these shorts. They're exactly what I was looking for. I like them because they're not a super thick material and they're very stretchy and lightweight for what I'm wanting them for, which is exercise, to wear underneath my shorts, like I said, because I don't like my thighs to touch, and then I wear them underneath my dresses as well. Like, these are just the perfect material. I haven't had a chance to review this foundation with you yet, like I said that I was going to, but this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. I got this in the shade Nude Buff, and I will tell you, I have combination skin, and you definitely want to make sure that you wear a moisturizer with it because it is so drying. This is the 4th time that I have used this foundation and I have it on right now. I think it is a great full coverage, very affordable foundation. This would be great to wear to the pool or to an amusement park for the day or to the river. Although it doesn't have SPF in it, if you wear a foundation, then the coverage from the foundation, especially a full coverage like this one, is naturally going to give you some sun protection. I learned that when I worked in the beauty industry. So, you know, it is necessary to have some sort of sun protection on your face, but this one is full coverage with without being super heavy and thick. Now, I don't know if it's about to be discontinued because it was $9.80 at Walmart on sale when I went to get this. I'm late to the game on everything, but I will say that this is definitely worth trying. Now, this is the matte foundation, the one that has the red. There's also one that has a blue lid. Now, that one is going to be for a more luminous, hydrating, glowy kind of look, which is what I typically go for and what I like, a more hydrating look. So I may end up trying that one as well. And I think that it was like maybe $12, so it was $2 or $3 more than this foundation, but I love it. I would speak very highly of that foundation, you know, and it's something that I will purchase again. But anyways, today is a very dreary, rainy day. It's just a great day for Arthur and I to stay at home, and I'm going to try to get some things done, you know, in between. Some milk and some cuddles and all the things. I know that I'm going to fold those baby clothes up, and I'm going to put them in either a vacuum seal bag or I'm going to put them into a tote, and I'm going to hang on to them for a while, all the newborn things. If in case we use them again, and if we don't use them again, then there's a couple little things that I will pick out to go in his keepsake box. We're going to have a special box built by a family friend. Maybe make it out of cedar. I don't know exactly the size yet, to put all of his little keepsake things in. I've started a collection of that, like the clasp that went on his belly button, you know, his blanket from the hospital, his little hat, just, you know, all the little things, and his little first Easter outfits going in there. Just different things that I decided to put in there over the years. So I'm going to work on, you know, just little projects here or there, but we're going to go ahead and end the video and say bye here. I'm going to lay him down so he can stretch out. Sleeping so good. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for being here and spending time with us and supporting our channel and loving us and praying for us and being so good to us. We appreciate you so much. But I hope that you had a blessed Easter. We did, and I'm going to leave the pictures here at the end. You'll have to let me know, did I do a good job getting Baby Moore's pictures? I think they turned out pretty good, you know. I did it on portrait mode on my phone, and I think they look professional, you know, as if we paid $200 for them, but we did not. So, but anyways, you'll have to let me know what you think about them. But I love you. You keep fighting that good fight of faith, and the Lord willing, I'll see you again very soon. Bye.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart